friends, how are you? Might be safe at home. Today I will tell you about chapter evolution part 2 of 12th standard. Today's topics for discussion are origin of first life, biological or organic evolution, geological history of earth and evidences for evolution. First, it is about origin of first cell. Non-cellular forms of life originated first 3 billion years before. It was thought that it would have been giant molecules like RNA, proteins, or polysaccharides. These molecules were able to replicate or reproduce. First, unicellular life then appeared about less than 2 billion years ago. It was also seen that all life forms appeared in water bodies first. This appearance of living forms from non-living forms is called theory of abiogenesis. This happens due to evolution and it is accepted by many scientists. Further, these single cell have given rise to complex organism of today. Next topic is about biological or organic evolution. Evolution means an orderly change from one condition to another. There has been changes in the properties of organism or group of such populations over a number of generations and is called descent with modification. Now we will see about the geological history of earth. Our earth is billions years old. The total geological time scale is divided into eras, periods and epochs. Now the question arises, how rocks comes on the earth? Rocks are the outcome of sedimentation. When we see the cross section of earth crust, then we found the arrangement of the sediments one over the other during the long history of earth. It is very fascinating that different sediments contain different life forms and they probably died during the formation of particular sediments. During this course, dinosaurs become extinct. Organisms which are found towards the upper layer resemble modern day organisms, while others in the deeper layers were simpler as well as older forms. This is the figure which indicates a family tree of dinosaurs and their living modern day counterpart organism like crocodile and birds. This shows that evolution has taken place. Now the next topic is about evidences from evolution. There are lot of evidences to show that evolution has taken place. We will see here one by one. First is evidence for evolution from paleontology. I will make you clear about paleontology. First, it is a branch of biology that deals with the study of fossils. Fossils are remnants of past life and fossils are found in rocks support organic evolution. So this fossils is also a tool for finding or knowing about the evolution. study of fossils from different sediments shows about the geographical time period in which the organism existed. It is also shows that life forms varied over time and certain life forms are restricted to certain geographical time spans. It also indicates that the new forms of life have appeared at different times in the history of Earth. Here you can observe how fossils overturn evolution. This is about the evolution of horse. Now, the second evidence for evolution is from embryology. According to Ernest Haeckel, biogenetic law is proposed. This biogenetic laws state that ontogeny recapitulate phylogeny. What is ontogeny recapitulate phylogeny? It means embryological stages of organisms, that is ontogeny, recapitulate their evolutionary history, that is phylogeny. It has been observed that embryo of all vertebrates have two similarities, that is presence of gill slit. Now it is only functional in pisces and or fishes, and presence of notochord and tail in embryo of all vertebrates. But this proposal was discarded by Ernest von Baer. Why? Because he told that embryo never pass through the adult stages of other animals. You can see here the embryos of different vertebrates and similarities among themselves. Presence of gill slits, presence of tail in all the embryos of fish, reptile, birds and human being. Now evidence of evolution is from comparative anatomy and morphology. In this, first is homology. Homology means similarity in the basic structure and embryonic development of organs of different groups of organisms but perform different function. In short, homologous organs have same structural plan but forming different function, and this indicate their common ancestry. For example, bones of forelimbs of whale, cheetah, birds, amphibians, humans. When we see the anatomical structure, then we find that all have bones, humerus, radius, ulna, carpels, metacarpals and phalanges. Another example is heart and brain of vertebrates. Next in plant is thorn of bougainvillea and tendrils of cucurbita. Here both thorns and tendrils are modification of a stem but have different function. Homology results in divergent evolution, that is, same structure develops along different directions through adaptation or due to adaptation and for different needs. This is the figure indicating homologous organs of thorns of bougainvillea and tendril of cucurbita. Functions are different. Thorn is defensive and cucurbita is that tendril of cucurbita is for climbing. Here also you can see the forelimbs of various organisms, that is man, cheetah, whale and bat. And you may find that similarities in the anatomical structures in the bones. Next is about evidence of evolution from analogy. It is just opposite to homology. Here the relationship among organs of different groups of organisms performing the same function but different structural plan. Example, eyes of octopus and mammals, wings of butterfly and birds, flippers of whales and dolphins, and those of penguins also. In all the group you find that different structural plan but the same function. Another example of analogy is tubers of sweet potato and those of potato. Here sweet potato is the modification of root, where potato is the modification of a stem. So in both different structural plan but same function of storage of food. Analogy is the result of convergent evolution. Why? Because their origin is different and function is same. So anatomically different structures in different groups of organisms, but they evolve towards the common and same function. Here you may observe the analogous organs in plants, and this figure indicates analogous organs in animals. Now, evidence for evolution is from molecular homology. At molecular level, there is similarity in the biomolecules of different group of organisms. It has been found that sequence of nucleotides in nucleic acids and many proteins are similar in apes and humans, which indicates to the common ancestry. Here you may observe the human and mouse chromosome. This graph indicates about the number of amino acids that different from a human hemoglobin polypeptide. Now, evidence for evolution is from biogeography. It has been seen that different geographical distribution of different groups of organisms also indicates common or shared ancestry in that restricted region. As far as habitat is concerned, it is restricted to particular geographical region of the earth, and this is only due to the evolution. Here this figure indicates that different organisms are restricted to different geographical region. So this is all about today's session. Thank you. For any kind of doubts, please write your questions in comment section.